Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing my mid-season re-rank of the Disventure camp characters, just because I don't have a lot of time today and I wanted to get an upload out for you guys on Saturday. We're also exactly halfway through the season right now. I was originally going to wait another episode to do this, but I decided it is technically halfway through the season, so might as well do it. And after episode 13 we got to see the characters a little more, so some of the ones that were eliminated, so that helped with my rankings. So first up here we have Amelie. So Amelie was someone before the season that I didn't really care for all that much, and while she was in the show I didn't mind her as much. Like, I thought I was gonna not like her, but I didn't mind. I don't know, I just didn't have a problem with her being there, but I didn't really want her to make it far, and she didn't make any more impression on me really, so I am gonna put Amelie in D. Sorry if you like Amelie, I don't know, she's been the most, like, she's had the least amount of like story and like personality compared to the other characters, in my opinion. I don't think she's a bad character per se. It's just they did a really good job with everybody else that's had more screen time. Though the next character that's probably had the least amount of screen time, Alessio, I do like a lot better. I'm gonna put him in B, only because he's had, okay, so I really like the story development he has had, for the especially for the amount of time he's been in the show. It's just he hasn't been around long enough for me to like him in like a longer period of time, because I feel like after seeing him for a long time, like being in the show as long as everybody else, I would just kind of forget about him or not care for him as much. I don't know. He's still a solid character though. Anastasia, I would honestly put an A or S, but earlier on, but as of late she's more of a B for me. I liked her story with Marissa. I think that did carry most of her character, and then like she's still a very solid character, but as of late I didn't like the whole thing with Linda. That kind of, I mean, I get it, but the whole getting yourself voted out to do that was, I don't know, that was stupid in my opinion. But you know, people are gonna do what they want to do, I guess, or they're gonna write it however they want to write it, whatever. I don't know. I mean, it was interesting, but I think it would have been funnier if Linda made it back instead of Anastasia. Maybe like a little, oh, maybe shouldn't have done that moment, but whatever. Benji. Oh, Benji is a character that I thought not in a million years I would ever care for, but Benji has honestly been one of the best surprises about this new season. I really didn't want him to make it that far at the start of the show, and I did start to get annoyed, especially after Ted left and he was still there. But Benji has grown on me so much. He's like, I don't know, man. It'd just be so funny if he won, because it's like, Benji, what are you even doing here, man? You're just kind of floating around, just, I don't know. I love him. He's a goofball, and he's turned into one of my favorite characters. Not quite S tier, because he does lack a little bit of the, I don't know. Just like, he's super funny, but he does like some stupid stuff which also makes him funny, but it also like he lacks that just piece out and make him S tier. For our first S tier character, actually Hannah and Benji, I love their friendship. It's great. Hannah's a cool character, and I think she's a really strong character that is trying to make it far in this game. For someone that didn't know what she was really getting into, she has adjusted well and started to understand the game well, and has adapted to try and get herself as far as she can, and her allies or what she has left of them, because Hannah struggled, losing all her allies throughout the game, and I think she's done a good job keeping her social game good and still trying to bring her team together and her allies closer to get farther in the game. So I think she's just a really good character overall. Diego, I'm sorry, Diego's C for me. If Diego had stuck around longer, I honestly think he would have been A or B. But he was a little too obsessed with Spencer for my liking, and yeah, he didn't make it far enough for me to really get to develop past that. I did like how nice he was to everybody. I liked his personality. I just wish we got to see a little more of Diego when he wasn't either upset or obsessing over Spencer. So I think that would have made him a better character. And I'm sure we're going to see some of this now with Logan and Spencer starting to develop a little something. I don't know what's going on exactly, but I'm sure something's going to go down with Diego coming back for the Battle Back episode. Isabel is a character I was excited for at the start. Didn't really know how she was going to make things change or what she was going to do. So far, she's a solid character. She's had good strategy, trying to kind of lay low while also being ready to make moves and working with people that nobody would expect her to work with. It's really smart, and she's done a really good job with it. She's a solid character. I can't wait to see what she does moving forward, and only because she hasn't done as much as, like, I don't know. For right now, I'm going to put her in A, but I feel like she has some untapped potential to go to S, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, she's a very solid character. Her next character, Jade, is a character I expected to be doing a lot of things from the very beginning. Like, ever since she made her alliance with Spencer, she's kind of working with Isabel too, and it's like, I don't know. I feel like she isn't being as careful as she was, and like the rest of her team is kind of on to what she's doing and stuff. But I think she's still a very solid character, and I think she is going to make it far. So I'm going to put Jade in A as well. I like her, solid character. To make her S, I don't know. I feel like if she was maybe more sneaky about it, so her lines, like even Benji kind of figured out what was going on. Like, I don't know. I feel like she could have done things a little better to make the alliance a little more hidden and whatnot. But overall, still pretty solid character. Ivy is a character I was kind of just whatever about at the start. Thought she'd be a decent character. And then I ended up really liking her at the first half of the season of what's out so far. And then pretty much after like episode 6 or whatever it was, with the what was it, that reward challenge where they put on like the musical performance, ever since that episode her character has been declined and just not gotten really better. So I don't know, I'm glad. I feel like they got rid of her too late and she should have gone a little early. I'm gonna put Ivy in C. I think she does have a chance for redemption to be a B or A tier character in my eyes. But I don't think it's going to happen this season unless they make me like her a lot in the next episode, because I don't see Ivy coming back, as she was just recently eliminated. And if she does, that honestly might make me like her less, especially if we don't see major like improvement and focus on the game. Like at one point she was trying to sabotage her team, and I didn't like that. So I'm going to put Ivy in C for right now. Logan is one of my favorite characters, if you guys don't know. I mean, he plays with his heart, man, and he loves everybody, does the best he can to be a good guy while still fighting to win, and I just love that so much. He has a lot of passion, a lot of heart. He's a great character. Sometimes he lets his emotions get in the way of strategy, which is like probably Logan's only downfall, but I just can't help but love the guy. He's an S tier character in my eyes. Marissa was a very solid character, and in my eyes, she is like, this can sound bad, but like the definition of a B tier character. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think there are characters like Marissa that are very vital to like shows like this. They are a solid character. You don't know how far they're gonna make. She's the type of character that could go like earlier, like even a little earlier than what she did, or even make it really far in the game. But like still not bore you, but not really anything that's gonna be like, oh my god, she's my favorite character, if that makes sense. I really enjoy her being in the game while she was, and I think they picked the perfect time for Marissa to go. Her story was wrapped up, and I think they did it well. I think B tier is a very solid spot for her. She had a good backstory and everything. I think she's a solid character. Alright, for our next character, Linda, since her audition tape... Excuse me, jeez. So yeah, since Linda's audition tape, I have thought she's going to be an interesting character. And there were at times, especially earlier on in the show, where I kind of started to not like Linda so much. But then towards the second half of the first half of the season, all my love for Linda came back. And she's just been a great character, even though I really do hope she comes back. Since we found out there is going to be 2 characters back. Spoilers if you didn't know, my bad. But I am pretty certain it's going to be Ted and Diego, or potentially Ted and Alessio, would be my prediction of who's going to come back. But if anyone else could come back with Ted besides them, I would definitely want it to be Linda. I think Linda's story for this season is kind of more so wrapped up in whatever else they want to get in with it. They could probably do in the next episode. And she was just recently eliminated. But I do think it would be cool to see Ted and Linda come back into the game together and shake things up, which I feel like could also happen with Ted and Alessio after episode 13. So that might be more what we're seeing. So that would be also cool to see. I'm happy either way. Hey guys, as long as Ted's back, you already know. Tristan. I mean, come on. I don't know what I need to say about Tristan. It's a character we all love. I know that for a fact. Tristan is a great character. Their trio with themselves, Ivy, and Zayd was awesome. And once Tristan left, it pretty much the other two characters became annoying. If I'm being real, it was three of my favorite characters, and then Tristan leaving their trio really messed it up. I also really like Tristan's bond with Hannah and Benji that they were starting to develop, especially with Benji. They were becoming really close friends. Yeah, I mean, everybody loves Tristan. They're a great character. I don't need to talk about why Tristan's an S. Ted, I mean, if you guys even look at my channel, you know Ted's S tier, top tier, best character. I've loved Ted since his audition tape. I just think his character is really interesting and brings forth a lot of emotion and strategy and just everything that makes a great character in this type of show. And I really hope Ted does win. We've never, at least I've never seen in any type of show like this, whenever there's a battle back, I have never seen a battle back person, someone that has returned from previously being eliminated, win. And I get it, because it's like you got eliminated, you had your chance, you shouldn't be able to win. But I think it's time that we finally see someone who has earned their way back into one of these types of games finally win one of them, and I really hope it's Ted. That would be something really cool to see, and I feel like it's something, I mean, I'm sure some people are mad about it. I know not everybody loves Ted, but I think it would be a really awesome story. Especially, I don't know, I just feel like it could be so cool for his character. I feel like it would be a character that returned that people would not be mad at all about winning. I'm sure people felt that way about Connor last season too, because, let's be real, nobody liked the way All Stars went. But, you know, they've learned, and I really think this season is a lot better. And I'm really hoping they give Ted the win, or at least bring him to the final, because that would be awesome. Alright, our next character up is Spencer. I've been kind of neutral about Spencer throughout the whole show so far. I did like the alliance he formed early on with Jade. I thought that was smart. And then, pretty much liked everything up until, just the mention of Diego got him to, try and screw over Linda coming back, which was like his only chance on his team of staying safe. It just shows that Spencer, the way they want Spencer's character to be is a very emotional player first, and it's not really working out for him, honestly. I don't know how much longer he's going to make it there. I'm sure it'll work out for him for a while, but I don't see him making it to the end. And because of that, I don't know. I kind of want to put Spencer in C. I'm sorry, but I don't know. If he wasn't so emotional, I could see him being a B or A for sure. But it's just how he's not emotional in the same way Logan is. I don't know. I don't know if it makes sense. They're both emotional players, but like Logan's just better. I'm sorry. Richard, one of my favorite characters. I'm realizing how many people are an S, but I'm doing it. I don't care. Richard, hate all you want. He is like the most average, awesome comedic relief. He's just there to have a good time, and I love him. I would not at all be upset if Richard won. He is an awesome character, and I just love his presence in the show, and I don't think that'll ever change. It seems like everyone he interacts with, there ends up being a good story out of it, whether it's the bad relationship he had with Linda that turned good, or just like his father-son kind of duo with Logan, or just his friendship with anybody, really. Like, any interaction with Richard is always just heartwarming to see. Alright, so Natalia is a very solid character. I didn't really care for her at the start, or anything. She didn't really do anything for a while. She kind of lied low until more recent episodes. She's starting to get more involved. And, I think not much more to say about her, really. I'm excited to see what she's gonna do, but I'm gonna put her in B for now. I'm looking forward to what she might do here towards the merge and past the merge and see how she shakes the game up, because I feel like she could do a lot of interesting things potentially with Isabel and maybe end up working with Jade and Spencer. I have no clue. Alright, last but not least is Zayd. Zayd is a character I predicted to go far, thought would be really awesome, and he was up until the whole Ivy thing. Once Tristan left again, it's like that duo kind of went downhill. He's just become kind of obsessed with Ivy, and I'm hoping now that Ivy's gone, dude, I don't know. Zayd is a good character. I just wish the Ivy thing didn't happen till after the show, or they didn't try and throw a challenge, and like, I don't know. I feel like they just kind of went way downhill. I really do like Zayd, but I kind of got to put him in C, I think. I'll put him at the top of C, because in terms of originally liking them, Zayd would be like up here, but like when I just think about how the story's developed compared to like even the characters in B, I just like them so much more. But yeah, this is my tier list for the midway through the season. Let me know what you guys think. Do you agree with what I'm saying? Do you think I'm completely insane and like, I don't know, Spencer's the best character in the show or something? I don't know. Let me know if you think I'm crazy, if you agree, if you're excited for the next episode to see who returns. Let me know. Love you guys. See you in the next one.